Huh?
Novelette sent someone to contact us this morning! That must mean there's been some progress! No time to waste! Let's head out! Everyone! We're not late, are we?
No, you're just in time. Well rested, I trust?
A great way to stay energetic, certainly.
We received word from Mr. Argenteau yesterday, confirming the time and location of the transaction. It'll take place this afternoon, and it turns out it'll be somewhere we all know pretty well, too. The film Fantasyland restaurant.
Oh, really? Huh. He sure does like that place.
Seems like you share our concerns, Traveler.
Indeed. Capturing someone in a crowded event venue will be much more challenging than in an open area. The criminal might try to blend in with the crowd, or even escape by taking hostages. In light of this, we've had to make additional preparations. As soon as we received the news yesterday, we began coordinating with the Marechaussee Phantom and the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
We'll be deploying lots of undercover agents on site. If things go south, the safety of the civilians will be our top priority. Of course, fingers crossed, everything will go without a hitch.
I noticed a bunch of familiar faces from the previous case, like Captain Chevres of the Special Patrol, so I'm feeling optimistic.
We'll trust your instincts, then. Oh, yeah, and by the way, we've also been in communication with Miss Lapine Pauline and Miss Navia.
The Spina di Rosula will provide support within a controlled scope, so there's no need to worry.
The only potential issue is with Miss Escoffier. You know what, that might not be such a bad idea.
Ahem.
All right, no more jokes. Miss Escoffier has made it clear that she doesn't want her restaurant to suffer any losses as a result of this operation. But, well, I have a feeling things might not go quite as smoothly as she hopes. To be honest, we shouldn't have dragged you into this in the first place, and it's caused you quite enough trouble already. The Fontainian authorities should be able to handle the rest from here. See how it all turns out. Well then, feel free to head down to the scene, but just stay alert and play it by ear. You won't necessarily have to do anything, unless things go pear-shaped, of course.
I'll do my best to ensure that things don't escalate to that point. Of course. There are still a lot of unanswered questions, but our intel so far indicates that the culprit's from Natlan. Plus, I'm already a witness in this case. Might as well see this thing through to the end.
That's the Knight we know and love!
Well, that's enough of the small talk. The operation's scheduled for the afternoon. If we're quick enough, we'll even have time for a few cups of tea before we leave.
Oh, and let's grab something to eat too! Can't work on an empty stomach, you know. And rooting for you! It's a very important job.
All right, I'll head over to the venue now. Ahal's been harping on for days now about this event-exclusive meal he wants to try. Guess I might as well shut him up sooner rather than later. See you in a bit.
I look forward to hearing how it all goes.
This beach seems to be getting livelier by the day. Traveler, Paimon's getting kinda hungry. Let's go check out the restaurant menu, shall we?
Your friend thought you might be thirsty. Won't you stay and drink it?
I tend to steer clear of drinks left out in the open.
You're surrounded. Give up and come with...
You lousy swine!
Stop right there!
Oh, look! A surprise performance! Wow! How lucky we are!
After him!
Sorry, my guy. Unlicensed and illegally docked. This boat's not going anywhere.
Quick! Don't let him get away!
Be careful! Amazing!
Lowly worm! No one flies higher than the almighty Dragon Lord! Who's stealing my fun? Ah, you again! You're driving me crazy! Oh, wow,
Bravo!
All right, that's a wrap.
Unbelievable! You can't just drag someone around like that! Such blatant disregard for human life! I'm gonna sue the living daylights out of you!
Will you now? I think I did you a favor by pulling you away from your audience. Saved you some face at the very least. As for whether you were facing up or down along the way, well, that was your decision, wasn't it?
Why, you... All right, I admit it. I was in the wrong. Oh, of course I know the difference between right and wrong, but I had no choice. I desperately needed the money. I was an expert on ancient relics. Not only did I have a successful career, but a happy family too. But my son, I never imagined he'd turn out this way. Fell in with the wrong crowd and ended up shoulder deep in gambling. We had some savings, but he drained them away like a waterfall. Once he fell into debt, he had creditors regularly coming over to threaten and intimidate him. I'm his father. How could I just stand by and watch him suffer like that? Oh, my son is about the same age as you are. If only he could have turned out more like you. That's the only reason I needed the money. Please, believe me. You... Please, kid, I'm begging you. help me. I see you're from Natland too. That makes us brothers. Please, have mercy. I still have a chance to help my son straighten himself out. But only if I get back. If I go to prison now, he'll be doomed, I tell you, doomed! And isn't standing together and fighting for a better future what families do? Our fate is in your hands, young man. Please, have a heart.
Something wrong, Kanich? Gone soft, have we?
I don't believe a word you say. Wriothesley had you just about figured out. You're a gambler. Pure and simple.
A gambler? Me? Nonsense! I told you, it's my son!
First of all, are you really from Natlan? You've been keeping tabs on the gun's whereabouts this whole time. You should have recognized at least one familiar face by now. On top of that, the way you threatened to sue me? Spoken like a true Fontanian, if you ask me.
Huh? What kind of logic is that? I can't explain. I actually grew up in...
I don't want to hear another word. Ahow, here's your chance. Shut someone else up for once.
The moment I've been waiting for. Eat this, scumbag!
Being a compulsive liar is one of the hallmarks of a die-hard gambler. I bet you're just a Fontanian pretending to be from Natlan. Even if you have any friends or family to speak of, I'm guessing they've long since cut all ties with you. And you have your depraved ways to thank for that. Of course, I might be wrong. But does that matter? I'm just here to arrest you. If you're looking for an advocate or a shoulder to cry on, you're out of luck. Besides, prying the truth out of you is exactly what your beloved courts are for. Isn't that right? Many thanks.
And me? What about me? So rude. You should be bowing down in gratitude to the almighty Dragon Lord. Hey, what do you mean? Hold it right there!
Don't worry. I'm fine. I wasn't the one who just got dragged all the way here.
Little Kanich, thinking back to when you were just an itty-bitty boy, Kanich, aren't ya? Aw, don't start crying like a little baby. I am the almighty Dragon Lord! No servant of mine will be seen acting so weak and pathetic in public!
What are you on about? Still, I suppose there's no point hiding it from you. To put it plainly, I can't stand gamblers. They're the most irresponsible people in the entire world. No respect for the principle that you have to give in order to get. They'll tell 1,000 lies for a single coin, deluding themselves into thinking they can use it to gamble their way to a vast fortune. But we all know that even when it looks like you're getting something for free, there's always an unseen cost. In the past, I also ended up paying a price for my father's gambling losses. I don't want anyone else to end up in a similar situation if I can help it. Don't feel sorry for me. I certainly don't feel sorry for myself. They say that people are shaped by their past, and since I've made it this far, I must have done a lot of things right. We should never punish ourselves for the mistakes of others. Instead, I choose to remember the moments that helped me grow. Like when I first learned to use a grappling hook. Or the very first time I yearned for knowledge. Yeah, I believe you. Let's get going. If we don't head back soon, we'll cause more unnecessary worry.
Up and away! Yay! Traveler Kanich, you're back! We just saw Chevro's taking the criminal away. She looked pretty pleased with herself. So after so much running in circles, turns out he had no fight in him, huh? Guess running away was the only trick up his sleeve. Oh, also, Risley said to let you know that he's already left. He went to report back to the Palais Mermonia. Apparently, the Mari show say Phantom's preparing to carry out an in-depth investigation into illegal gambling activities. Sounds like they'll have their hands full. Anyway, that's for the Palais to worry about, not really our concern. Hey, it's not like you to give up so easily, Charlotte. Make sure you pick the best shots of Paimon. Oh, already gone. Hope she heard that. Yeah, you're right. But what took you all so long to get here? Did something happen? What? Rumors and slander! When have I, the almighty Dragon Lord, Kahulahau, ever sunk to such sniveling?
Often, actually. To be honest, I haven't decided yet. At the moment, I've got nothing urgent to get back for. And, in any case, the court might need me to testify again. Plus, that gun's still a key piece of evidence. I'll probably have to wait until the case is closed before I can return it to Natlan. So, I guess I'll be sticking around to enjoy the beach a little longer.
Us? Wait, but Paimon hasn't seen Linny anywhere! All of them? That's some serious dedication right there. Paimon had no idea Linny was so into horror films. Well, that's a side of Linny we've never seen before. Don't even think about roping Paimon into this! Sounds like eclectic escapades would be more to your liking then. Want to give it a try? Is that really that entertaining? Still. That way you'd get to see more of the visitors' reactions too! If we can get Linny on board, the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland will be even more popular than it already is!
Whenever I get to take a break, I always want a snack. I got some candy, fruit, and jerky. You want some?
Earlier on, that lady with the pink hair took a picture of a Hao and Kakuku together.
You sound a little disappointed. Were you hoping to be in it too?
I was at first. But after seeing how awkward a Hao looked, I figured I wouldn't really fit in.
Huh? And you didn't think of sharing this any sooner? I'd have cuddled your neck and smiled for the camera! Anything to get out of being in the same frame as that thing!
Really? Well, no worries, you still can. Come here, give us a hug.
I hope your face is ready, because it's about to get flame roasted! I got your back, bro!
Kenichi, have you thought about maybe ditching that little rascal? Leaving him here for good when you leave?
I have. But given that a Hao's also an old relic, that would probably count as international smuggling. I can't bring myself to knowingly break the law.
Guess we all have our problems in life.
Dia? Paimon didn't expect to see you here either! Guess that's not scenery most Fontanians see every day, huh? Wait, aren't fight scenes supposed to be as realistic as possible? Surely the more punches that land, the better. You sure that's okay? Hey, Siegeween! Welcome to the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland! Oh, your encouragement leaves Paimon feeling even more motivated than ever. But now they've got films to watch. Even the ones who used to cause trouble might settle down a bit, right? We have our very own animal-themed area, by the way. We call it Mellow Manor. Customers are calling it the most relaxing place in the park. Oh, you mean we could invite Siegeween to be a consultant at Mellow Manor? Now that you mention it, that sounds like a great idea! Siegeween's great at caring for people, and she's so warm and gentle. Looking after animals should be a piece of cake! Yeah, like someone who gives advice and tells the park staff how to do their jobs better. The workload won't be too heavy, but it's important work. Besides, you'll mostly be playing with the animals. With Siegeween on board, Mellow Manor's gonna be even better than before! Paimon has a feeling our revenue's gonna shoot through the roof! that? Our hero, the Traveler? And Paimon, too! Oh, I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. Mrs. Coiffier already told me you were the big boss here. But when I saw you just now, I forgot myself for a moment.
Technically speaking, the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland doesn't even have a boss, does it? Isn't it the idea that everyone works together to make it as successful as possible, and then we all share the profits? But, wait a sec. Why are you here, Veressa?
Well, officially, I'm here to promote my brand. Not long ago, Mrs. Coiffier placed an order with me for her restaurant, as she often does. In her letter, she mentioned that showcasing my orchard's products at the festival would boost sales and help build my brand recognition. After talking it through with my parents, I decided to give it a shot. Now that I'm done with the restaurant's ingredient order, I plan to sell the rest of my fruit directly to guests to help quench their thirst, of course.
The thought of enjoying fresh fruit from Natland here in Fontaine does sound pretty appealing. But with this many customers, wouldn't it be exhausting to watch the stall all day?
Huh? Am I supposed to be watching the stall the whole time? There's an attraction over there called Movie Masterpieces, right? I heard some of the challenges are based on famous films. Some of those films have even been adapted into great comics. I'd love to go give it a try.
So, you're not doing any business at all?
Back in the Collective of Plenty, I'd just set up a sign with the fruit prices, place a weighing scale and a coin jar to one side, then let people pay on their own. When closing time came around, I'd wake up and check the accounts. Not a single Mora's ever gone missing.
To be fair, that does sound nice. People in the Collective of Plenty are a law-abiding bunch. No one would even think about taking something without paying. Makes sense that tending your stall wouldn't take too much effort. Fontainian customers are no doubt trustworthy too, but let's just say they're not used to self-service shopping. Plus, if you just leave the stall unattended as a Natlanese merchant, people here might think you're gone for good.
In that case, I'd better start acting the part. But I'll need to buy some things in the city before I officially open for business. I promised to bring back some Fontainian clockwork mecha for Kochi-san. Oh, and I also wanted to try a few rounds of movie masterpieces. After that, I should be able to focus on my business without getting distracted.
Mm-hmm. We might not be locals, but we've explored Fontaine quite a bit. We know our way around pretty well.
In that case, give me a moment to get some extra fruit, a price list, and my coin jar set up. I get to go shopping with the Traveler! Nice.
Why, hello there, Traveler. Paimon. I sensed your enthusiasm from a mile off. You were so bright, I could have taken you for an opera singer in full falsetto.
Farina, you're finally here!
Thank you. I am just as thrilled to be here as you are to have me. More seriously, I'm not the star this time. That's you two, alongside all the creators sharing their passion for film with the world. Honestly, when I was first asked to approve the plans, I thought this would just be a small event. I never imagined that the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland would expand to this scale so quickly.
Yeah, thinking back to when we first arrived, it really has all come together in no time.
At this rate, who knows? Someday it could become as iconic as the Fontanalia Film Festival itself. And we have the two of you to credit for much of that. I've suggested to several renowned directors that we award you the title pioneers of the film industry. In contrast to the Farina Award, which is more of a public honor, this title is a mark of true recognition from within the industry itself, a reflection of both outstanding achievement and hard work. No need for any of that. Just relax and enjoy the moment. Speaking of which, I've actually been preparing a little survey. How about we randomly select some visitors to give us feedback about the park?
Did Paimon hear that right? Farina carrying out a customer satisfaction survey?
Well, given that it bears the name of my dear friend Surintendant Cheval Moran, isn't it only natural that I conduct a bit of research on her behalf? Besides, the more famous a star becomes, the more important it is to stay in touch with reality, no? Plus, it's amazing how much you learn just by listening to other people's take on films.
Paimon always assumed celebrities just get their assistants to handle everything for them. But it sounds like it's actually pretty hard work. Then again, maybe Farina's just an outlier.
Delighted to hear that you've been enjoying yourself, but I need to concentrate on this film for now. Those animal assistants will have to wait. I just need a little more sleep. Every time I close my eyes, I keep thinking of new tricks. So tired. Can't sleep, but can't get up either.
That's right, Lenny. A change of pace should stop your mind from wandering.
Wait, Traveler? Paimon? You two are here as well? In that case, count me in. Not just for my own sake, of course, but to support my friends. Just give me a moment to freshen up.
Sounds good! Getting Lenny to cheer up and visit the amusement park's surely our greatest success yet!
can't believe what happened.
Keep drinking.
Time to act.
Have you heard the story about that customer over there? Okay, here's the deal.
Ah, they both sound delicious. But how come you seem so familiar with this bar when it's your first time here? Paimon's never even heard of the drinks you ordered us. Where do we begin? Literally everything that's happened has been pretty incredible, if you think about it. Huh? So we could become mercs too? That actually makes a lot of sense. When you think about it, it's not all that different from adventure commissions. Who knows? Maybe we'll find jobs where we can help a lot of people while also bringing in a nice chunk of Mora. Wouldn't hurt to build connections with Dia's Eremite friends either, would it?
Let's go!
Forget health issues, Paimon wouldn't be surprised if she could actually chat with the animals once she's done reading.
Oh, wait, head nurse, please don't go. Phew, boy, am I glad I caught up with you. One of the inmates has become obsessed with those magical mouse munchies from the animated films you've been showing them, and tried making some himself with 3 days' worth of welfare meals. He ended up giving himself food poisoning, with symptoms we've never even seen before. Please, we need your help.
Adrian sure has it tough. Not only does she have to worry about taking care of her patients, she also has to clean up after those troublemakers. Why don't we prepare something tasty for her? It might help lift her spirits.
Mind the wind. Easy now, Kakuku.
Hello, boss. I'm from the Collective of Plenty. You might recall receiving a letter from us requesting you to design some components.
Wait a sec. Why does the Ansan need clockwork mecha?
Nothing like that. Our coach just wants to fine-tune her gym equipment so people can target different muscle groups more easily. She mentioned something about a rowing machine to focus on back muscles, as well as a pec deck and a leg press machine. The parts that connect the ropes and weight plates wear out easily, but they need to be strong. So Coach Ian-san thought she'd give Fontanian Clockwork Mecha a try.
It all sounds so technical. When did fitness turn into some kind of complex engineering problem?
To be honest, I don't really get all the details. And if it doesn't, we can always stick to the good old methods. If you're interested, I can show... I know it!
I'll pass on that one. She'll be rooting for you from the sidelines, though.
You can always try the equipment we keep for little Saurians, Paimon. As long as you start out with the super lightweights, you'll be fine. Weight training's for everyone, you know. As long as you put in the effort and keep it, anyone can develop rock-solid muscles.
No!
There we are, all set to go. Now, let's take a stroll nearby and randomly pick out some visitors to ask a few key questions.
These suggestions are surprisingly detailed. Choosing film prototypes, recreating the scene cutting process, budget management for costumes, makeup, and set design? Oh, Paimon's head is spinning. Why is everyone so professional? Also, nearly every single person we spoke to said they wanted to see Lady Farina perform. Your popularity is off the charts!
To tell you the truth, I've no plans to perform this time around. Any star worth their salt knows their role. When I take center stage, all the spotlights are on me, and rightly so. But as a guest, I should step back and let others shine. So instead of performing myself, I'd prefer to support you from behind the scenes. Perhaps as a consultant for one of your attractions, for instance?
Hey, that's right! Movie Masterpieces is all about film expertise. There really would be no better candidate than you!
Oh, wonderful! Then I shall give this role my very heart and soul. Once I've had a moment to prepare, we can meet up for a slice of gâteau from my pâtissière suprême before we get started.
Thanks for inviting me to come down, you two. I must say, I feel like a new man after visiting the park and seeing all those adorable animals. Seems like Lynette has her eye on some great potential animal assistants, too. Oh, and did you see those weird mushrooms? Can we take home a few of those as well?
That might not be possible. These fungi have been specially trained, you know? They're like the stunt actors of the elemental world. Are you sure about that? Paimon's pretty sure we've never seen a cat anywhere near as big and as soft as a fungus.
I feel so much better after seeing those animals. They're all so carefree. The other two attractions were great too. In fact, they've given me a new idea. An interactive magic show with a moving stage. We'll start working on it as soon as we've finished filming.
There's still a long road ahead.
exquisite, as amazing as ever. Escoffier, have you ever considered starring in your own film? I can see it now. Val's en cuisine. A riveting tale about the art of extreme cooking. I'm sure it would be a hit.
As it happens, I'm already doing something similar. A brand consultant has been filming my training sessions with students and incorporating them into films about Fontainian cuisine.
Oh, no. No. A documentary won't do. I'm talking about something with a bit more drama. Your experiences as a chef could be turned into a scintillating story. In fact, I'll even write it myself.
Before you finalize it, please let me review the culinary terms, especially when it comes to how ingredients are handled, the timings and the quantities.
Great! It's settled then. And actually, I think I'd like to bring in the Traveler and Paimon as directors. Something tells me that the three of you working together would really get the creative sparks flying. We could create something truly magical here.
No problem. That said, now that we've been granted Director Farina's approval, we'll really have to step up our game.
Excellent. I believe in you both. The gâteau was sublime as ever, Escoffier. Now, about time we got to work. I'll start drafting the script on the side, while serving as the consultant for movie masterpieces. Wish me luck! A truly great adaptation must capture a film's core themes and seek to convey the inspiration that lies behind them. The three attractions are certainly all up to par, and I trust that you'll be able to make them better still. To enhance our film's aesthetic, I'd recommend a few classics for you to familiarize yourself with. Or, if you have the time, maybe we could watch them together?
All right, time to show off how fast I can run. I'm gonna go have a blast, then come back, calm down, and focus on running my fruit stall.
That's right. Last thing you'd want is to get too absorbed in having fun, then suddenly realize you're starving because you haven't eaten anything for hours. Funnily enough, Paimon can think of someone else with a bad habit of getting so into things that they forget to eat. No matter how busy you are, nothing's more important than staying well-fed, hydrated, and healthy.
No need to worry about me, guys. I do a lot of long-distance running, so I always make sure to bring some food and water with me. This time is no exception.
Woo!
It was amazing! Not only did I get a super high score, but I also checked up on every homage to the original films, and even recreated several iconic scenes starring comic book superheroes. I'll focus on doing business this time round, but if there's ever another event like this, please let me know as early as possible. I want in!
Yep. You know what? We should let you design the levels. I'm sure all the fans will be thrilled.
That would be great. Anyway, back to business. Time to focus on my fruit stall. I'm gonna make a name for my orchard in Fontaine. Seeing how happy everyone is here, I can't help smiling myself. Would you like some fruit? Feel free to take some.
You're so quick, Dia! Everyone agreed just like that! Guess that means we're now official partners of the Blazing Beast! Hooah! Watch out, world! There's a couple of new mercs on the scene! Maybe Paimon should give herself a proper mercenary name. It's a deal! And here's a special snack, too! Hope it gets your strength back up. Is it because they aren't paying any attention when they're watching? Or is it some rebellious mentality? A whatever you tell me not to do, I'll do it just to prove you wrong type of thing?
Now that things have reached this point, we should add
A pinch of salt?
a dash of pepper, actually.
Brilliant.
Huh? You two aren't talking about a new dessert menu by any chance, are you?
Not desserts.
Oh, we're talking about the script. Oh, my dear partner, photographer, rookie director. Our creativity must keep up with the overflowing enthusiasm of our fans. There's no room for dull scripts on my stage. Plot twists should strike the audience like a cloud of pepper, leaving them sneezing in surprise. Achoo!
The same logic applies in catering. I once heard Miss Emily mention that pepper could be used in perfumes. Perhaps I could find a way to make it work in desserts too.
A peppery kick to complement the delicate sweetness of cream, perhaps.
Wow, the two of them seem to be working together so well. Paimon's struggling to imagine what a pepper cake would taste like, though.
Well, well, what do we have here? Escoffier's making a new cake? Oh, how exciting! When it's ready, do let me know. I'd love to try it.
Is it just Paimon, or does it seem like everyone's even more enthusiastic now that they've finished their work?
Why shouldn't they be? When your hard work pays off, that's when you should celebrate. It's like a batch of fresh macarons. You should never let fear of sweetness stop you from adding all the filling you please. After all, if there's ever a time to pile on the sugar, it's when you're making macarons.
Pile on the sugar!
Pile on the sugar! And why are we piling on the sugar? Lepine Pauline, you're here! Is it ready? Of course! It all went according to plan.
Huh? Were you off on some kind of important task?
I was indeed. Please accept this. Since the film Fantasyland has been such a success, we decided to create a unique souvenir to remember it by. We built this park together brick by brick, so we decided we'd all contribute to drawing this map together too.
To be fair, it was mostly thanks to Miss Lepine Pauline. She's our expert when it comes to drawing after all. But we all did our best to leave our own marks too.
That's right! And on top of that, Traveler, I'm offering you a most special privilege. You get to add a mustache to my portrait! Cream-flavored, huh? Very traditional, but also very delicious. You have my approval.
All right then. Now that you're the proud owner of this commemorative map, you can draw as many different flavored mustaches on it as you like.
Sounds like a pretty tasty map. We'll look after it well.
Great. Your satisfaction is our #1 priority. Everything's all in order. Now it's time to relax. Forget about work and just enjoy the park.